So recently, I faced an issue to retrieve my data from the pen drive. I think something went wrong, and as a result of which, I couldn't recover the data that was inside my pen drive. These were some valuable research papers or that underdeveloped paper that I was working on, and so I had a lot of trouble recovering it. This is where I came across one of the portal or a software that helps us recover the data, especially if it's in pen drive or similar hard drive. So EaseUS or EaseUS is a data platform that you can use, data recovery platform that you can use in order to recover that data. Today I'm going to demonstrate how that recovery can be done. I understand that you may be offered by some of the websites, some of the YouTube channels, that you can recover data for free, but that's a bit risky, especially if your data is something critical that includes your passport or anything valuable, and you don't really want to share those data on dark web. So in that case, it's very important that you use a software or a portal which can safeguard, protect your data, and at the same time help you recover it from the existing pen drive or hard drive, which you are unable to do in the current state. So let's try to explore this easiest data recovery and see how it works. So first we need to go to EaseUS. Uh, Data, as it claims, is since 2004, and I have received some positive feedback even from my colleagues that it's actually a good software. It works really well, and if you have taken the subscription, probably you will be able to recover most of your data. And honestly, I was able to recover all my data, which I expected to have lost in the past. Also, I have been in a situation where I couldn't recover my pen drive data, and I thought they are lost. But had I been aware about EaseUS, I could have recovered it. So I'm not promoting a software. I'm just helping you understand a way to recover your data. This is just one way of doing it. You can go for any other options if you are aware of and if you are sure about that. So yes, they have a free download option. So first you need to click on free download on their website. Don't go to any other platform, because they may be a fake dummy page that you're coming across. So make sure that you go only to those to the website of EaseUS, which is a genuine page, and then you download the software. The moment you download the software, it will appear in your download option, and then you can you can click on the install. The moment I clicked on the install option, something like this appears. So it says EaseUS data recovery wizard installer. Then all you need to do is to click here, and it will show you a download option. Now, this may take some time, but the moment it's downloaded, believe me, it hardly takes few minutes for all your data. Even if it's in 10 GB, 100 GB, it can recover it for you. So let's try to do it. Download fails, please check the. Okay, so let me try it again. It's probably not being able to download because I have all this antivirus softwares. So yes, now it's working. It's 89.11 MB, so not that spacious. Okay, it's downloaded. Let it be installed. As you can see, the installation process is very easy. You need to go to easeus.com, easeus.com, and the moment you go there, you have this window download option. You click there, and then the installation will happen. Now here's the glitch. The glitch is in terms of the subscription, because if you have a free subscription, the data that would be retrieved would be very small and may not be very helpful to you. So you need to have the original subscription of the software in order to retrieve all the data from your pen drive. Now this may sounds very expensive affair to you, but believe me, it's very important to use a genuine software and a paid version of the software if you don't want to compromise with the quality and the safety of your data. When you are buying it from a software company, including EaseUS or any other genuine data recovery platform or data recovery company, then you are paying them, you have a receipt for the payments, you have a proper documentation done, so then later you can claim that the company is using your data without your consent. So yes, that makes a huge difference, especially if it's an official data or something very private and confidential that you don't want to share with the rest of the world. So as you can see, it also demonstrate how to recover your data. So there's step one, which is recovery of data from the PC. Then you have some second step, which basically identifies the different disk that you have in your computer. So you need to choose the location. Finally, you choose the you will find a list of lost files, and then you try to recover it. Let's click got it. Okay, now what happens, let me demonstrate what happens if if I plug in a pen drive which has not been able to which I have not been able to open, and see how it recovers my data. So let me just plug in one of my pen drive which is currently not working. So I'm plugging in one of my pen drives. Since I already have an antivirus, I'm hopeful that this will not affect my computer's normal functioning. So I've just plugged in, and then you will see it's refreshing. So basically, it can now identify one of the USB portal, as you can see, 976.56 GB, as you can see here, which is USB drive D. So let me try to click here. Now, that data that appears to you here is the data which I had literally lost. I mean, it was earlier not accessible to me. Even if I'll demonstrate to you that when I try to open this data on a normal in a normal course, I won't be able to open this pen drive. Of course, I have tried to recover it, and I've already recovered my file, so something might have changed. But when I tried for the first time using my pen drive and opening it directly, I couldn't open it. Right now, because I'm using this wizard trial version, of course I have a paid version as well, I was able to open all the folders, and then I could download it. So that's very important. If you want a trial, yes, at least you can have a look at the data that can be retrieved or recovered using this software. And later you can buy a paid version of EaseUS data, so that you can finally download the data that you have recovered through this software. So as you can see, it's demonstrating the data that were lost, and it is trying to recover it. But before that, it will demonstrate to you a summary of all the data files that were lost, and then you can determine which of them you want to recover and which of them you don't really want to recover. So here, as you can see, it says advanced scaling, file found 1995. Now it's changing a lot of files that it is downloading. So this is where you will see the progress of the data retrieval or data recovery. Now, assuming that we have retrieved all the data, let me just close this. Let me just close this, and let me try to plug in my pen drive once again and see what happens in normal course of action. When I plug in my pen drive, does it actually opens like a normal pen drive, or there is an issue? So this is exactly what you see when you open EaseUS data recovery wizard, but in normal course you will see a glitch. So let me just go back. So I'm closing this. Okay, now I'm plugging out my pen drive. Okay, for my safety reason, let me just click on my pen drive and safely plug it out. Okay, now let me plug it once again. As you can see, hear the sound. I have plugged out my pen drive. Now I'm plugging in once again. So it's plugged in once again. Let's open the drive. As you can see, it's here. So I'm trying to open this USB drive directly without going through that wizard. The file or the directory is corrupted and unreadable. The file or directory is corrupted, unreadable. As you can see, I am unable to open the USB drive in normal course of action. But when we look at the the EaseUS data recovery platform or wizard, we were able to actually see the files inside this USB drive. So normal course of action, we are unable to open it, but if you use the wizard, you are actually able to see all the files which are there in your drive, and then you can actually retrieve it. Now, if you have a subscription for EaseUS, EaseUS Wizard, you will be able to actually download those files. Otherwise, you will only be able to see the file in that drive, and then only some of it would be can be recovered. So, suppose if your sample, if your data is very small, say just 1 MB, 50 MB, or something like that, probably even under the trial version, you will be able to download it. But for big data like 10 GB, 5 GB, 4 GB, 50 GB, so on, you need to buy a subscription of EaseUS data recovery wizard, and only then you will be able to subscribe to it, and only then you will be able to recover all the data which is there in your pen drive. So once you have downloaded the file, this is exactly how it would look like. So I'm demonstrating it, assuming that you have downloaded the file. So you can just go to the search option in the start button, and you can click on EaseUS data recovery wizard. So this is where I am going to click. You don't really need to click on run as administrator. Doesn't make much difference in terms of recovery of data. So yes, in some cases the run as administrator would be required if you don't have access to your computer applications, but in general, if you just click on open, that should work. As you can see, something like this will appear. Then I click yes, and then the software will start working. So let's just wait. EaseUS data recovery wizard, as you can see on the screen, something like this will appear to you. Now this page, this user interface that you can see here is very important, because this is exactly where all the data recovery will take place. Now, as you can see here, USB drive D is the drive which represents my pen drive, and which is corrupted. Now, I will also demonstrate later in this video how, by simply clicking on USB drive D in a normal way, which is like going to the PC and then finding the drive and then clicking on that, I'm unable to open that drive because it's corrupted. But when I go to EaseUS data recovery wizard, and when I click on the same drive option, I am able to do this because this software or this wizard actually helps us have access to even the corrupted drive that is installed or plugged into our computer. So the moment I click here, it shows me a set of data, as you can see here. Now the data that you can see here are the one which are corrupted in actual, which I'm unable to access because there's some issue with my pen drive. But through this software, I can actually penetrate into the pen drive and see what all data that is there in my pen drive, and which of these data can actually be recovered. So the data that appears here are the one that can be recovered through this software. Now below you can see the rate of recovery. So it says advanced scanning file found 1103, and it's changing. So basically it's scanning all the folders in the pen drive and identifying them and then listing them. Then either you can choose one of those folders and you can download it, or you can choose all of them by clicking on name, and then you can click on recovery and the data will be recovered. Now, you won't be able to recover the data if you are using a trial version of this software. Let me just show you what will happen. The moment I click, it gives me an option to click to go for pro version, buy now, or enter my license if I already have a license. But in the trial version, I can just have a preview. I can only scan the disk and get some technical support. That's the only option that they provide. Now, sometimes you will see that the license for this EaseUS data recovery is posted there on blogs and something. I've tried all of them, almost all of them. Majority of them didn't work. So yes, I cannot say that all these keywords and all these license codes which are available on blogs, they are really useful. They were really useful. In fact, later I decided to go and purchase one instead of just relying on those dummy keywords and dummy keys which are there on the web pages, on the websites, because none of them was really helpful. So all those on the internet, some of them are fake, some of them just want you to access their website, and maybe there is a glitch, maybe there is an issue with the website or with the keys. Maybe those keys are no longer active, they are no longer workable. So that there could be many reasons. I would advise better to go to EaseUS data recovery page and purchase a new one. Now, if you just type on Google and if you type EaseUS data recovery subscription for a month, you will have plenty of options. So they have this annual subscription, they even have monthly subscription. It's better to go for a monthly subscription because you just need to recover your data from your pen drive, and probably you may not require the software in future. So think about it, take a call, and then go for the cheapest one instead of just paying for the annual subscription, unless you want it for your corporate, for your organization. That is a different thing. So yes, this is exactly how the wizard would look like, as you can see here. And the moment I select the files and click on recover, and if I have the full version, I will be given an option to download those files in a particular folder. So I can choose whether I want to save them in drive E, F, or any other place in my computer, and then automatically this information will be saved.